Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever ember wanders near.
It's probably going to be a bit of a heavy one, because I imagine HLC is going to be discussing, you know what. So let's lock in and write it out, and let's just hope Buff gives us the perfect response. All right, buckle up, and here we go.
Okay, Iran. So, what do you say we start talking about this deal?
Is he on the road?
First and foremost.
Is HLC on the road again? Is he recording on the road? That's the audio is not up to his usual quality. Habitual sack. Oh God, that's good. Most, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Foremost, I want all sanctions against me lifted.
Okay, done. Are you done with nukes?
Hold on, we will get to that. Then I would like freeing up of all of my assets. It should be around $100 billion of things that have been sanctioned and taken and frozen by the US.
All right, you got it. So how about the nukes?
I need a little bit more. How about you lift the blockade? You get other countries in the area to agree to at least a $300 billion investment. And I want to be able to trade oil.
You can probably consider it done. So about those nukes.
Whoa, wait, whoa. Why are we agreeing to any of this?
First time listening to politicians try and make a war deal, huh? Yeah, you can usually tell it's them by the severe pounding sensation all service members feel in their asshole.
Okay.
Fuck!
Can't believe this guy's serious. See how much more we can get. No hostilities in Lebanon anymore from Israel, and I want you to respect my sovereignty and never enter my country again. No. This is where it's got to change. We can't make promises on other people's peace. Like that's ridiculous, right, Buff?
Bite the pillow. Politicians notoriously go in dry. Yeah, I suppose we can do all of that too. But no nukes, right?
Is there anything else we want? Literally giving us whatever we want.
Fuck?
No, Mahmoud, you cannot get a magic carpet. I'm not sure if they even have those. Fine. We will dilute our enriched uranium under the supervision of the IAEA and will never pursue a nuclear weapon. I can't fucking believe this is happening.
No fucking
Done.
way.
Take that, Obama. Out of the deal.
Oh,
So this whole
fuck
thing was just a
off.
colossal waste of time, money, and lives. Look, okay, guys. I try not to get too preachy. This isn't a partisan thing. This isn't for or against a certain politician. This is... Look, if you were a service member in the Middle East, from any time from the Beirut bombing all the way up until today, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, Hamas, Houthis, Hezbollah, hell, even for a little time, ISIS and the Taliban, Iran has supported every single one of them. We finally had an opportunity to deal with the problem at its source. And yet again, somebody got weak in the fucking knees.
I hate to say it. I saw this. I never verbalized it, but I had a bad fucking feeling probably about 1 week in. When this all fucking started. When this all started, after 1 week, the fact that it was that basically the initial hits happened and then fucking nothing happened after that, and then it just became essentially planking. I was thinking, like, the thought then went through my head. I don't know if I ever said it on stream or not, but it's like, what are we doing? After that 1 week rush, I don't remember if I actually said this aloud or not, after like after the first like week rush, and then just became like a little pike fest back and forth between the two. I was like, he's not gonna have the balls to do this. That people like were recognizing you're not actually being serious about this after did I say, I couldn't remember if I actually said it. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? You don't actually have the balls to go in and do this. Like, this is why people were getting pissed off about being in Iran in the first place. It's like, the rationale for going in was, number one was the nukes. That was number one. Number two, there was all this talk about we're going to go in and free the Iranian people. That was a rallying cry for the people that were offering their support to the initial strikes. When the initial strikes happened and basically the U.S. went in and hit hard and hit fast, it was, you know, the nuke part, and then it was like, we're going in there, we're going to free the Iranian people so they can govern themselves. We're going to basically take care of the leadership so the actual Iranians and not the Muslim extremists would be in charge and they could take back the country. That was literally the fucking rallying cry for why to support this. And after the first week, I was like, they're not actually doing that. They're not actually going in hard. They're not actually wiping out the IRGC. So they took out a couple of the Ayatollahs, big fucking deal. But they're not actually, they weren't actually doing anything to try and get basically make it so the Iranian people could reclaim their country. And now he's pussing the fuck out. Does he have any fucking clue how many Iranians are now going to be slaughtered? Him backing out and doing this bullshit deal, this R of the deal, fucking cat gobbler bullshit, he's now condemned tens of thousands of Iranians to death. Because the IRGC is going to flood back in, and all of those people that were cheering about the U.S., all the people that were thrilled about they were thinking the U.S. was going to come in and save them, the IRGC is going to fucking steamroll back in there and slaughter them all. And he just condemned tens of thousands of people to die. And how do you think the Iranians are going to feel? How do you think the native Iranians, the Parisians, are going to feel now that the U.S. has suddenly backed off when they were expecting the U.S. to come in and help them? And now all of a sudden the U.S. backed off, fuck it, we're out. Do you have any concept of the level of betrayal that the Parisians are going to feel towards the U.S.? They are now going to hate the U.S. so much that Trump and everyone that's a part of this fucking quote unquote deal, or Persians. Sorry, I'm sorry. I always say Parisians by mistake. The Persians, not Parisians, Persians. Sorry, and they're gonna fucking roast me and they get YouTube comments for this. God damn it. Yes, the Persians are going to are now gonna look at the U.S. as their enemy, as like they came in, fucked shit up, and now they're fucking off. What are the odds that after the IRGC steamrolls in and slaughters tens of thousands of them for going against the Muslim government, that the Persians are going to go, you know what? Fuck it. We hate the U.S. too. We'll side with the IRGC now because we fucking hate the U.S. now too because they did all this shit and now they're just fucking off and leaving us to die. Like, this is an absolute fucking shit show. It's now the people that were cheering the initial strikes that first week are now going to be looking at the White House going, what the fuck did you just do? We backed you up and you just kicked us in the face. The White House is going to, Trump is going to lose so much goddamn support for doing this. Because he basically took all of the goodwill that people were giving him, like, okay, you're going in, doing the right thing, you're stopping them from developing a nuke, and you're going to help the Persians get their country back, and Trump basically turned around and just kicked him right in the face and said, fuck you. This is a colossal fuck up. What was the ever-loving point in the first place? What was the fucking point in the first place? You just caused a shitstorm for nothing. In fact, it made things worse because he's giving them literally everything that they want. So what was even the point to begin with? Like, he's going to have a lot of die-hard supporters that are now going to go, fuck you, dude. We're out. It's like, I've said it before. I never liked Trump in the first place. Like a couple of things that he's done in office, I've been like, okay, those were, he's done a couple of decent things. I'm like, okay, I can buy that. I've never I've never been shy about this. I've never liked him. I thought he's a condescending asshole and that he's a mob boss wannabe and that, he dodders on and is like he's a self-indulgent piece of shit that all he does is talk about himself anytime he talks about literally anything. It's all about himself. I've said this from the very beginning. And people, like, especially in my comments, actually, well, that's what we wanted. We wanted the asshole. That's what we wanted. This is exactly what we voted for. We voted for the guy that's the asshole. Well, guess what? This asshole just burned through several $billion of money and literally gave the enemy everything that they wanted. You still like the asshole now? You still think he's your guy? Is this still what you voted for? No. That it's not. And if you say it is, you're a fucking liar. Anybody that says, oh yeah, this is what I voted for, you're a fucking liar. You've got Trump worship syndrome. Because anybody with half a fucking brain look at this and go, what the actual fuck? You literally just spat in our faces after we threw all of our support at you. This is fucked, and it reaffirms everything that I've said. Every fucking thing that you kind of wish Vance or Rubio would speak up. Yes, here's the problem, they can't. I wish they would too, because guess what? What Trump just did may have literally just fucked either Vance or Rubio's chance for a presidential run. That's another side effect that maybe no one's considering. Is by doing this, he may have royally just fucked over J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, their chances of making a run at the presidency. Because the public is going to automatically associate Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump right now looks like shit. He looks like absolute shit, and so they're going to look like shit because they work for him. And basically, Trump may have just given everything to the Democrats. He may have literally just handed them the election. Like, he's an idiot. He just proved how much, this proves, unless something, insane happens after this deal has been done, unless something, batshit crazy happens that literally turns this around, he has literally fucked everybody that was hoping to make a Republican run for the presidency. And I've seen, I didn't actually watch the videos, but I've seen videos on YouTube where people are saying Trump just did something where he showed the Jews or something like that. And I've heard things where Trump is people are standing for him saying he's telling Netanyahu don't fuck this up, don't go screwing this up, and it's this is in case you haven't figured out, this is the first time I've been hearing about this deal. I don't look at the political stuff like that. I try and stay away from looking at the political stuff because I don't want to drive myself into a tizzy. So this is the first time I'm hearing this. And this is just absolutely fucked and just reaffirms what I've been feeling, everything that I felt about Trump, which is he is a self-indulgent asshole wannabe mob boss, and it reaffirms why I've never liked him and why I've said I don't like him. This basically just reaffirms it. Yeah, HLC is pissed because Trump just fucked over everyone in the military that was involved in this. Trump just told every military service member that was involved in this operation, all of your work was for fucking nothing. As Buff said, bite the pillow, we're going in dry. He just did that to every single service member. Yeah, I imagine he's pissed, and for good fucking reason.
And I'm not like berating anyone. I don't know what the deal was before. I love to hope that this is a 5D chess move that I'm just not privy to right now. But more than anything, I'm just hurt.
Yeah.
I feel like everything we worked our asses off for meant nothing.
Yes.
And I feel like the service members over there who are towing the line right now just got slapped in the face. And it's painful. Again, I would love to...
No, they didn't get slapped in the face. They got kicked in the face. Or, as the case might be, they got kicked in the balls. It's...
be wrong. I want to eat these words.
Sure,
But it's
me too.
kind of shitty.
Uncle Sam, I'm cautiously optimistic. Notoriously, that part of the world can't follow any fucking treaty, any agreement, any memorandum of understanding, so they're gonna break that shit. Just like before, they promised not to pursue a nuclear weapon. What did they do? Pursued a fucking nuclear...
Okay, yeah, they're gonna break it. You guys are saying that they've already broken it. Guess what? What's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna fucking happen now that they've broken it? If they have indeed already broken it, what do you think's gonna happen? Not a fucking thing. Nothing. Trump is gonna bitch out and not do a fucking thing about it. Because guess what? What is Trump done? During all these ceasefires where they broke the ceasefire, what has he done? Nothing. So what do you think he's gonna do? What do you think he's gonna do when they break this one? Fucking nothing. We'll see. No, yeah, we'll see. We're gonna see. I don't trust him to do anything. Okay, okay. I haven't said this, but I haven't said this before. I've talked with like people about this. I mentioned this before. Trump can't do foreign policy. He can't. Point blank, Trump is incapable of doing foreign policy. He's too stupid. He cannot grasp the fine minutiae and he cannot figure out foreign policy. Well, no president can do foreign policy well. No, there are some presidents that were okay if they didn't do it great, but they could do it okay. He cannot do foreign policy at all. Literally, like people were chanting, like everything since he came onto the board, where he's basically, with everything that he's done, with all the tariffs, with all the shit that he's done, where he's been threatening other countries and shit, the thing with Greenland, all this stuff, all of it is it just proved he can't do fucking foreign policy. Yeah, he is 100% too full of himself. He thinks he's just gonna waddle in there, puff up his conservative gut and go, listen to me. And the foreign leaders are just like, fuck you, dude. He can't do foreign policy. It's one reason why people say he needs to get the fuck out of Iran and worry about what's happening at home. Because guess what? This entire time he's been so focused on Iran, look what's been happening at home. So he's doing foreign policy that he's not capable of doing because he fucking sucks at it. From the first term to this term, he can't do fucking foreign policy. He proved that the first term. He's proving it this term. He's not capable of it. He is too stupid. Okay? He really is. And yes, I'm probably going to catch a ton of shit in the comments for this. I don't fucking care. He's proven it that he can't do it. He has failed at foreign policy. People are cheering, oh, the tariffs are great. Look at all the tariffs. We're doing so much money. Yeah. It's also pissed off every single ally the U.S. has in the world, and it hasn't fixed fuck all and back home. Things have only been getting worse back home, at least sociologically. Things are up for fucking grabs. While he was busy like tariffing other countries and playing in the fucking sandbox, look what's happened to New York. Look what's happened in California. Look what's happened in Minnesota. Because he wasn't focusing on what the fuck was going on at home. He wouldn't even stick to I don't even know about the Fort Knox audit. I don't even fucking know. But this is what I'm talking about. And people are still gonna go, oh, he's so great. Oh, he's so great. They're still gonna beat their chest for him, and they're still gonna jerk off to him. Guess what? He's an asshole. He's a wannabe mob boss. He is a pretender, and he's not as smart as everybody likes him make out to be. He doesn't do the 5D chess. As much as you want to pretend that he does, he doesn't. And this just fucking proves it. He just fucking proved it, that he's not this intellectual genius that people have been trying to claim he is. It only proves that he cannot do foreign politics. He fucking sucks at it, and he just put America behind the 8 ball with it in a myriad of ways.
Weapon. They'll break the truce, we'll fuck them up, but I have a better plan. Instead of playing this dog and pony show for a little while, how about we just start glassing motherfuckers until they decide to capitulate?
I second Buff's idea. Let's just do it that way. That's what I'm built for. I'm not built for this negotiation shit. You know, every day I'm realizing that General Schwarzkopf was right. If the military just handled shit so fast that politicians couldn't fuck it up, the world would probably be a more peaceful place.
And that's it exactly. That's precisely what I'm talking about. When the strikes first happened in Iran, they went in hard, they went in fast, they decimated the Air Force, they decimated their Navy, they decimated their ability for air defense or air strikes, and then they stopped. They did that 1 week, and instead of finishing the job, they stopped. And that's when it all fell apart. The moment they stopped going in hard and fast and hitting targets, everything completely fell apart. It's like Charlie Wilson said, there was glorious purpose, and then we fucked up the end game. This is the perfect exemplification of it. Once again, the U.S. has fucked up the end game.
Hey, America, I happen to see one of your precious B-52 Buff, which stands for Big Ugly Fucking Fucker or something. Happen to crash, kill all 8 inside. But I'm not evil like you. I do not applaud the death of individuals who had nothing to do with the combat in my country.
Yeah, so, you lost a strategic bomber in the exact same day. I just want you to know that. Yours was from sheer incompetence. Mine, well, on the other hand, it's, balls were too heavy. Your mom's got to put out a little bit more often, okay? Couldn't get the amount of lift I need to get the sack off the runway.
You know what? Bravo, Buff, for taking that tragedy and being able to get a little bit of a smile out of us from it. Bravo.
Buff, how you holding up, buddy? Did you know him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Lore moment, ladies and gentlemen. So basically, we all share an airframe and we all kind of share a consciousness. When one goes down or one gets injured, we all feel it. Everyone's a little bit different, but when an F-35 goes down, the nerd feels it. When an F-22 goes down...
I got another tally mark in me. That's how many enemies I gotta take out before I let them take me.
Wait, you guys feel it? When another one of your airframes go down? It's gotta be miserable. That would drive a human insane.
Like Ronald Reagan said in his famous speech, if we were invaded by aliens, we would put aside our differences and work together. No, we wouldn't. No, we absolutely would not. Hate to be the bearer of a cold bucket of reality. If we got invaded by aliens, we would not put our differences aside and work together. Yeah, not in 2026. If it back in the 80s when Reagan was president, sure. Now, nope. Sorry, it would not happen. You'd have a pretty strong majority of people who would come together to fight the aliens, but then you'd have the fucking retards that are saying like, oh, the aliens are just poor misunderstood souls. You'd have Russia or China or someone trying to do backroom deals with the aliens and try and help them out to get their technology. The reality is, no, if aliens invaded today, they would basically annihilate the planet because we would be so undivided that we would not be able to form a cohesive attack force to fend off an alien attack. If our weaponry even was capable of doing so. So yeah. No, we wouldn't be united, and that's a very sad thought. That's a very sad thought that we would not come together as a species to basically save ourselves because we are so divided ideologically across the globe that we would not unify as a single force to save ourselves. It's honestly like a really, really depressing thought.
Insane.
Why the hell do you think I'm so jaded? I feel it every time. Linebacker too, I felt him. And every time in Vietnam, I felt him. In harm's way, I felt it. I feel all of that shit. And I'm jaded for it. But I tell you, after a while, you just realize that peace is a lot better than war. But if we're gonna make war, I'm gonna make it a lot better than you.
Yeah.
I see you had your Freedom 250th, which
Oh,
congratulations
God.
on your 250th birthday, but come on. A UFC fight?
Yeah, well, it's better than having the Rape Olympics. Okay, I gotta calm myself or I'm really gonna go the fuck off on UK. Okay. Yeah, I'm breathing. I said what I need to say. It's just, just fuck off, United raped them.
People, service members saluting UFC fighters? They weren't saluting the fighters, beans on toast. Those fighters were being escorted by members of the service who had Congressional Medals of Honor.
Yes!
That's who the fuck they were saluting. How about you take a nice tall glass and shut the fuck up before you decide to run your mouth about shit you don't understand?
Yes.
Fine. I do think it was rather fitting that Nitro Circus was there, considering your entire political system right now is a bloody circus.
Yeah, well, it's better than a political system that's fostering the rape of children, you fucking cock-gobbling thundercunt! UK has no grounds to say a goddamn thing about any other country's government whatso-fucking-ever right now. They need to sit down, shut the fuck up before I shut them up. You have spent the last 70 fucking years enabling the rape of children. Shut your fucking mouth.
By that logic, your entire country is one giant sword fight.
The stabbings are not as common as people believe.
Yeah, it's not that uncommon either.
Stabbing. Motherfucker, you just had someone gouge a person's eyes out and try to fucking behead them. You've had another guy that stabbed some innocent girl walking down the street in the throat. You've had... Beans on toast, beans on falafel, literal Iran, United raped them. You need to shut your fucking mouth. See, the UK is where the US needed to maybe focus its Eye of Sauron on right now. Yeah, and we know it. The UK, instead of fucking in the sandbox, maybe the US should have taken that Eye of Sauron, stuck it squarely on the UK, and said, hey, what's up with all these immigrants stabbing and trying to kill your native Britons? What is with the over 250,000 recorded cases of child rape and child grooming and child trafficking over the last 70 fucking years? Maybe that's something that the US could have turned its eye on and dealt with instead of fucking around in the goddamn sandbox and then fucking off and saying, here, we'll give you everything you want. How fucking stupid are all of you? All of you are so... All of you are a fucking disgrace to humanity. Every fucking one of you. Everyone in the UK's government, everyone in Canada's government, everyone in the US's government, every one of you is a fucking disgrace. This isn't children. This is children. You turned a blind eye. Not just the UK, but all the other Western nations that supposedly are doing all this shit that we have been seeing for the last fucking year. where all they talk about is, oh, it's for the children. We're doing this for the children. Look what was done to the children. Look what you allowed to have happen to the children. Look at what you encouraged and what you facilitated and what you aided with in happening to the children. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. You all should be deeply ashamed of yourselves. And you can be ashamed of yourselves in the box. None of you should ever taste free air or feel sunlight as free people ever again for the rest of your lives. And this is me being kind. I'm being kind by saying you should be in the box forever. You don't know what I really feel. I can't say how I really feel. And yes, I just muted myself because I had to scream. I had to scream what I really felt. So yes, I muted myself there because I didn't want to say it on the street. We are a witness to one of the most horrific moments in human history. I'm not happy about this. But we need to recognize that we are witness to one of the most horrific moments in human history. And we need to start asking serious questions, like why aren't people in the government, in the UK government, why aren't there police officers, why aren't there service workers in prison? Why do they still have freedom? We need to ask questions like, well, we have all of these protesters in the US that are screaming about fucking Palestine. When are they going to turn when are they going to turn their self-entitled rage against the UK? I have not heard about one fucking group of protesters in the US that are always about, oh, this is for the children. I have not heard about all of these people that are protesting about illegal immigrants being deported. Where the fuck is their sympathy about the 250,000 children in the UK alone that have been groomed and raped and trafficked? Where's your outrage for that, you fucking communists? You fucking traitors. You traitors to humanity. Where is your outrage for them? That one fucking protest in the US. You'll protest for Palestine all fucking day long. You'll protest for illegal aliens that also rape children in the US. You won't say anything about the scores and scores of children that have been groomed, raped, and trafficked in the UK. Not one fucking word. Not one word. Shame. Shame on all of you. You have lost your humanity, and I am ashamed of you.
And what the fuck you got oh, I know why he's got a problem with the Freedom 250th. It was fighting, military flyovers, dirt bikes doing backflips, basically all the fun shit that Beans on Toast can't stand. Oh, what, did you think somebody there might have had a gun? Oh my god, better break out your whooping stick and get stabbed by some fucking Middle Eastern guy.
Yeah, no
Try to
kidding.
keep the jokes flowing, folks, but I'll be honest with you, nothing in the news right now is good news. So,
No kidding.
we might as well just continue on. I saw the independent report about the rhymes with grape gangs in the United Kingdom. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me feel some things so heavily that I had to stop reading it. Yeah, I read through it in its entirety. And then I decided to lubricate my feed mechanism and the mulching mechanism using pig fat.
It's not good enough. Chippy's not good enough. It's... I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say what I want to say. All I'm going to say, Chippy is too good for them. That's all I'm going to say. It's too fast. It's not good enough.
I'm sure that those two things are not correlated at all. Now, I do have some caveats to this story. I will say that there is some data missing in that report. It seems a little targeted, and I'm taking this as not objectified, what's the word I'm looking for? As unbiased as I possibly can.
It's targeted for good reason, but also, again, I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. Yes, it highlights how the vast majority of the grooming and rape gangs are Muslim. It does highlight that. But as I said at the beginning of the stream, they did talk about where white British grooming gangs were involved. That was also pointed out for at least one or two of the victims where they recounted their experience that white Britons were initially involved as well. And the family, with almost all of the accounting witness or victim accountings, that their families were horrible too, and they were white. So I wouldn't say it's as biased as HLC is making it out to be. There's failure literally at every step with these girls' lives, from their white families failing them and destroying them from the very beginning, to sometimes white grooming gangs also destroying them physically and mentally, to the Muslim grooming gangs, which basically just completely finished the job if they didn't pick it up in the first place. So I'd say the report is rather unbiased in that respect. It did not shy away from pointing out the white British people that also contributed to this.
It does seem a little one-way targeted. However, it is kind of impossible to ignore the 250,000 plus claim since 1955 over there.
250,000 plus that we know about. Because I remember I told you I watched Asmongold's reading of this, and he also brought up, actually one of his chat brought up something. How many of them are no longer alive? How many of these girls that were victims of these gangs are no longer alive? And thus they could not tell their story. Yes, in the UK alone. I also said that at the beginning of the stream. This is just the UK. It's the 250,000 number is a conservative estimate. In all likelihood, it is probably much higher.
Now, these are majority young women and girls who are in really broken homes and not really under supervision. Like, they're not just scooped up off the street in that way. They are groomed for a period of time and then repeatedly essayed.
They came from a broken home. They were mentally and physically basically wrecked in their own home, which made them highly susceptible to becoming victims of these grooming gangs. And
fed alcohol, drugs, cigarettes. It's... Don't read it while eating. Like, there's really... It made me feel a lot of things, and all of which I basically can't say here.
You import the third world. You'll become the third world.
Yeah.
You know, Poland, you and I are not that different.
Oh, shut up,
I have
kurwa.
a very similar policy here that Russia belongs to ethnic Russians. And if you come here, you must assimilate.
It's something America used to be very fond of. We are nothing alike. I try to mind my own fucking business and not expand. And I have to spend all this money on new equipment and weapons just because of you. So are you saying we're alike? Should I invade my neighbor and get my ass kicked?
Yeah, I've heard about, I haven't read into it too much. Yeah, I've also heard that Russia is basically bringing in a bunch of Muslims too, and they're starting to start shit over in Russia too.
For 4 years? I am not losing. I am not getting my ass kicked. I am simply trying to negotiate exactly what we need to happen in Ukraine. Did you guys see the top of that tank at the refinery blow up? Oh man, that's gotta be...
Was that real? I saw the clip of that on Twitter. Was that fucking real? I wasn't sure if it was AI or not. Is real? Yeah, they put, I think they just dropped a missile into their refinery, and the top of the tank just went fucking flying. I'll see if I can find it after this after the video's over. I'll see if I can find it.
150, 200 feet in the air. Anyways, good luck.
Hey, you forgot about me. But that's all right. I got to do a flyover at the 250th. It was about keeping my word. Sending a message.
I love his Joker.
I like that one.
Of
I do
course you
too.
do.
What? You don't?
He's criminally insane.
I think we love him.
I guess that was a really fancy way of saying you're a baby back bitch and never want to have any fun.
Oh, I love B1. I love B1 too. And HLC does a scarily good Heath Ledger Joker voice. Scarily good. Okay, let me see if I can find that footage. Hang on. Let me jump on Twitter real quick, see if I can find that footage. Got it? Oh, here we go. Here's one of them. All right, we got a couple of them. Hang on, let me pull it up. Holy fuck! Holy shit! That is insane! How do people come? How the fuck are people come seeing this giant fucking lid post shooting 200 fucking feet in the air? Like here's another shot. Hang on.
This is what I'll say. We need to go Joker on all of those bastards. Those towel heads need to get the Joker sicked on them.
Holy God! That was a drone. That was a drone that came in and boom. God damn. Oh, is this another angle or is this the same guy? Nope, say it's the same one. Yeah, that's just holy shit. I'm still mind-boggled that people are not freaking the fuck out. Oh, wait, do we have a... Hang on, is this a better... Okay, I got one more view. I got another nice little wide-angle view here. Jesus. And everybody recording this is just like... Everybody recording this is like, wow. Distance and numbness? I guess so. Holy shit, that is just nuts. That is fucking nuts. Their words I'm saying to say the tank was hit by a Russian air defense missile that missed the drone it was aiming for. Oh my god, if that's true, that is perfect. That is just fucking perfect. If they got blown up by their own air defense that missed, that would just be the perfect exemplification of Russia. HLC confirmed it? There you go. HLC confirmed it. But of course.
Ember burns